Last time on Mac Plays Edith Finch.
No. Yo, don't pull me on the rails. Don't pull me on the rails. Don't pull me on the rails! Oh my god, no. What happened to her, though, as well? Turn it off! I know this is what the game wants, but I don't want to do this. Turn it off!
There's so much I don't understand.
Now let's finish this.
Suppose we're going up now.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
Huh. Does that mean she
At
had
the
to do this
time,
climb?
It was as far away as she could get.
Oh. Cool.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Well, that's kind of cool. Okay. Got that retro tech going on. Is there something else up here I'm supposed to be seeing? Oh. Oh.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
A lot of people take comfort in religion. That makes sense. Okay, so we went up to go down. So that must be another thing that's totally just a bonus. Okay, I'm cool with that.
12 seconds later.
Is there like a window we could have gone out of? Aha!
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
There we go. Such a cool view. Oh my goodness. Also extremely dangerous.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure
Dawn.
Edie was happy to have her back
Lewis, Milton.
and to see kids in the house again.
We all had our own gardens, apparently.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
I'm sure she was. It looked like you guys put expansion on every time anybody was brand new to the
For a while,
family.
Things were good. Almost normal.
Okay, this looks like a classroom.
But it didn't last.
Interesting. Yeah, the house had its own classroom. That is fascinating. To teach and to learn, Dawn Finch.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Like, respect. This is so cool. That's how we're gonna get in, I'm guessing. Anything else on the other side? No. So, oh. Anything back here? Okay, no. Had to look. Such a gorgeous game. When did this come out again? I'm sure I'll have it flash up on screen. I'm not sure. Sealed it off with foam. Oh, we're really making ourselves work here, aren't we?
I
Oh
think
no.
Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
I mean, that's fair. This is really cool. Okay, it doesn't seem like we're climbing. It seems like, oh, it literally is just like a little lift. That is very cool. Sven did the majority of this, if I recall right, at least before he passed. Get some Hollow Bastion vibes there. Milton. 1992.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Okay. I love these so much. I've always enjoyed these. This is so cool. So, Milton was a story that I believe is the one that people don't know if they're actually gone. Like, if they've passed.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
When they disappeared, but there's nothing suggesting that Milton is actually gone. At least they haven't insinuated that, right? Wonder if there'll be a story about trying to find Milton. This game's been out for years. I doubt there's any like sequel type deal going on here, but it does make you wonder a little bit.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
That's a rough situation. Well, let's hop back out.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
You guys keep suggesting this, like there's some supernatural entity involved here. Oh. Okay, that's just good design here. The door swings open really aggressively to push you to go forward. I didn't even know this was a path here.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Yeah. Was I supposed to come up here? Okay, yeah. Yeah. Open up the door. His room is a boat on top of the house. How did they get this up here is my question. This is top tier design.
Room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
I think I knew what it smelled. I think I knew the smell. Pretty sure I knew the smell. Just so you know, it's a gamer's keyboard. Who can tell? Anyway. Hey, look at that gamer headset. Wait, that looks weirdly similar to the thing that I'm wearing on my head right now. Except that's actually intact, but we're not going to talk about that. Ooh.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
I mean, just because you have time into a game doesn't mean that you're good at them. I'm not good at any of the games that I play, usually. Don Finch.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse.
But
Newly
wait.
sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
You don't...
He kept working at the cannery.
There we go.
But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior.
Fast or effective?
His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it.
I'm really bad at this.
He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about.
I mean, to be
Something
fair,
moved. Bats
I've done this before.
and toads.
Not, this job, but like having, oh, that is kind of horrifying.
And things
But
that
having a
have
mental
not
game being
names.
played while you're doing something to keep the task that you're doing entertaining.
He knew it was all in his head.
Oh, this is so
But
cool.
he took it very seriously.
Small bit of context, by the way. With my left hand, the arrow keys that are moving the game, and the mouse is what's moving the fish.
But he found something more.
Ooh, I like
worried
this
about him
design
then.
choice. Come on. Uh-oh. I'm actually having a hard time doing both, though, admittedly.
Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis.
There we go.
So I let him go on.
I still feel like if the control substance
I
they're having
even
a problem with,
encouraged him.
this pot, this feels a little
It
excessive.
seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new
Aw,
friend.
doggo! Doggo! Let's go.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the
That
city up
was
slowly,
kinda funny.
brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
Getting some Minecraft vibes from this a little bit. You know, this actually
songs
makes
for
me...
them to play.
Design-wise, it's kind of giving me Minecraft Dungeon vibes,
talked
which
about starting
actually is a
a
game
band.
that I had way too much fun with back in the day. I've got a little
And he
band,
was always humming something.
merriment behind us.
Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery.
Yeah, why would
His
you talk to
chopping was
people
as
when you have this
reliable as
going on in
ever.
your head?
Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished.
I mean, true.
He held an election for mayor,
And he won. Wait for it.
and he won.
Yeah. I doubt he ran contested.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer
I
a
want
city
everybody to
and
make note of the
immediately
fact that
push on.
more of the real world is disappearing to the illusion.
New Louisville.
New Louisville. Okay, so we're not the greatest at naming.
St. Louis.
That one I appreciate. That's kind of funny.
He started drifting away from our reality.
Turn! Oh. Yep, I knew that was going to happen.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home, even as his mother pleaded with him. Part of Lewis kept sailing on.
This is really sad. I mean, it's very artistic, but also, yeah.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
Wait, hold up. He heard rumors of a beautiful queen. Handsome queen.
handsome queen.
Yeah. We're leaving the queen intact.
The queen was on her own quest for
Radiant rainbows. Sinister
sinister
serpents.
serpents.
I am like using every ounce of brain power I
like the
have
sound
to
of
do
her.
this. We'll go silver harp.
Silver harp.
Come on, hit the notes. We gotta hit the notes. Yeah? Yeah. We did good.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Oh,
He knew
sorry.
the world was all in his
Oh,
imagination.
goodness. Hold up. We gotta get rid of these. I hope I'm doing this right. Come on.
But he was so
Skin
proud of having created
Is
it.
evolving. Yeah.
In his
Yeah,
own
yeah,
eyes,
yeah.
he'd become something greater than a king.
Head bob, head bob, head bob. Yoink. Head bob, head bob, head bob.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
I mean, that is actually a really sad reality. When you get lost in your
It struck him
imagination because your real
that
life
the real
is that
Lewis was not the
dull.
one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
What is the dream and what is real?
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Oh. 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 Okay. I'm assuming this is the cannery. Oh, this has to be his locker. Hey, you got a little game station
Began
you can bring to
forget the
work.
world we know.
Alright. Another day, another dollar. Let's get to it.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery
There's
worker.
like a lot of fish still with heads on them. Oh,
He began to
wait.
despise the man with a royal contempt.
Oh. So I'm the version of him from the dream. Looking at him now. Finch number 9.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
Look at all the little musicians that we collected along the way. Oh my god.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Wait, our advisor was a cat? I don't have anything against it, I'm just a little confused. I just realized something, I am so sorry. Let's go ahead and we'll leave the dialogue up, but let's bring the music down some. Yeah, it felt like it was being a little loud. Sorry to everybody who probably has made note of that.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
I'm sorry. Wait, what? No. No.
There was only
No.
one thing left to do.
I think I see where this is going.
Bend down his head.
God.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
That is so sad. It's like, it doesn't really matter what the physical injury ends up being, it's just like
My brother
the
was really
reality of the
cool.
life that they lived.
I wish you could have met him.
Alright. I don't know who seems like we had the most brutal end. If you believe the stories, I'd say Barbara had one of the more brutal ends, but it doesn't really lean to what's true.
On the way back from
Just the
Lewis's
story.
funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Let me in.
wish we'd stayed.
And now it feels like it's too quiet. Dialogue all the way up. Let the master item up here.
But I understand why we left.
That's better. Edith, Mom. Yeah.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Yeah, seemed like she was trying to escape.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
What
it should
happened?
have come sooner.
Edith.
But it had to end one way or another.
I'm thinking that this
All
was
that's
my
left
room
now was
then.
to tell you about that last night.
Oh, goodness. Oh, this is cool. Okay. Our room is awesome. Dangerous given where we are in the house, but so cool. Edith Finch. There we go.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith,
Hey.
you're excused.
I think I like the grandma. She seems really cool.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom
Fire
said
hazard.
the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Took the time to set up candles in these little crawl spaces.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
The family curse. If I had to
Edith
guess.
has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's
Oh,
best if
okay.
Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
History of the Finches by Eddie Finch.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This
Okay.
is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Oh, my goodness. I didn't even realize that we were in a position where we could move. Oh,
It was
wow.
the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean.
This is
They
horrifying.
called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
Yeah, I would
God,
imagine
it
so.
smelled awful.
Uh-huh.
I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never
I'd be
thought I'd
horrified
go
when the
back
water
to
would
it.
start flowing back.
When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Just follow the sound.
I got turned around.
Oh, boy, did you. I was walking in a straight line. This one's on you, Eddie. Or Edie, my bad.
For a while, I wandered.
That seems dangerous.
I started seeing things.
Hallucinations. I can't tell if this is like supernatural oriented game or not at this point.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
This is messing with my eyes. Oh?
But
Oh?
when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
The old house.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in
No,
here?
hey, let me finish the book.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
Oh,
I kicked and
no.
screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
Oh no. What am I supposed to do here?
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Oh. Do I have the half of the book?
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
So she got off
After
to do her
that,
own
we
thing.
moved around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We both tried to make the best of it.
Oh. Oh! Yay! Do the hand thing. I unironically still do this to
A
this
few
day.
years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she
Mhm.
started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
Oh no.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone.
Not for long, though, were you?
The last Finch left alive.
Didn't say. Okay.
Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things.
That'd be
But
nice.
as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Oh, wait.
This journal was supposed to be for you. But
Are
now I hope
we?
you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself.
Oh,
But I guess
we're
if you're reading
being
this
born.
now, things didn't work out that way.
She passed in childbirth. Oh no.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I
Man.
won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
We also wear the glove hand thingy. So the kid came to the mom's grave. And the house is still there. God. And that's how it ends? So that's how it ends. Story by Giant Sparrow. For Shirley Ellis. 1948 to 2013. In Dallas, creative director. Technical director, Joshua. Saving. That was an experience. I'm still confused about a few things, but I have to say, this was such a cool game. I need to find more stuff like this. This was really, really fantastic. Trying to compose my thoughts here a little bit. So, this is a story of a family that passed. You are telling the story to your child, who you'll never meet because you pass away during childbirth. And your kid just has this book of stories of how every single one of their family members died. It's just so dark. The commentary does kind of become like, why this family? This curse, or whatever you want to call it. And, you know, like, you can just say that it's good storytelling, but it does still leave some questions unanswered. Like I said, and also there was the kid that just straight up disappeared, right? Milton. Nobody knows what happened to Milton. The replay a story option is now available in the events. Let Edith to play from the beginning. Okay. All right. I believe it's a Big Sparrow. Massive shout out to Big Sparrow. This was amazing. I'm feeling things over here that I was not quite anticipating. I knew this game was dark. I knew that it was going to be emotional, but I didn't expect how much. And I'm going to be honest, this surpassed my expectations. This was a really cool game. And I highly recommend you go play it for yourself. Maybe you'll find something that I missed. I felt like I was doing pretty good looking for things, but you never know. There might have been some nook or cranny that I missed something, and you can find your own piece of lore that could answer my question. So why this family? But with that being said, I think I have to bid you all adieu. I am so very grateful that you guys decided to stick around to the end. Hopefully you did. And with that being said, we're going to see if there's anything coming up here at the end of the... I don't think there is. I don't want to skip the credits because I feel like I'll miss something. I don't think there's anything at the end of the credits, but I suppose we could wait it out for a moment. I'm gonna also ask a couple of things. If you're sitting here with me, looking at these credits as they're scrolling by, if you know any games that you think that are of a similar vibe that you want me to, oh, we're in the playtesters. Nice. I like that. That's a good way to show appreciation to the playtesters. Send a list of games in the comments. I'm always looking for more to play, and I'm always looking for more to try. Doesn't have to be the same exact aesthetic, but just things like these narrative stories that are just so good. Edith Finch team, 2012 to 2017. The end. Such a good game. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. All right. With that being said, this was awesome, and I would love to see more stuff like it. I'm going to go ahead and have to say that we'll call it here. I don't think there's anything else for us to do at the moment. I did have this theory, and you guys see the mouse, that there was going to be another separate branch off here where I might have missed something and there would be some more people over here, but that doesn't appear to be the case. I think we found everyone. With all that being said, I will catch you guys in the next upload. If you're sticking around to the end, you're going to see a video popping up on the left and the right. I would greatly appreciate if you click one or the other and, see something else that I've been doing. Nothing but love. I appreciate y'all, and I'll catch you up in the next upload. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.